The day the ET space alien said hello to us and the signal that was picked up. On August 15th, 1977, in Delaware, Ohio, researchers at Ohio State University detected a 72-second radio signal coming from somewhere near the constellation Sagittarius. Because of its location, frequency, and unique signature, it has been called the WOW brand, and since its inception, rumors that it was a message from some form of extraterrestrial life have been circulating. In the second half of the 20th century, Ohio State University operated a relatively large radio telescope known as the Big Ear, built in an area 1.5 times the size of an American football stadium. The Big Ear telescope had 2 giant horn-like antennas that received radio waves from outer space. With its simple design, the Big Ear could only monitor signals that were in a straight line, so that each time the Earth turned away from their place of origin, a process that took about 72 seconds, the signals were lost. The 2 antennas of the Big Ear worked in coordination. Side by side, they usually picked up essentially the same signal, but each had a slightly different focus as they received it with a difference of about 2 minutes. It's worth noting that the WOW was detected by only one of the 2 horns, which led scientists to believe that it either started after the first horn had passed the point in the sky from where it came from, or ended before the second horn reached that point. In addition, due to the limited range of the Big Ear and the rotation of the Earth, scientists have no way of knowing how long the signal was transmitted before it was detected in 72 seconds, other than that it lasted less than 24 hours. The location of the baptisms of WOW. All the signals collected by the Big Ear were recorded as a series of numbers and or letters which reflected their intensity. These recordings were then printed on paper, which volunteers often analyzed days later. One of these volunteers, Jerry Ehman, was looking into the print for August 15 when he noticed an unusual sequence of letters and numbers, 6EQUJ5. It seems important and remarkable for many reasons, including that it was surrounded by recordings of other signals, none of which approached its intensity. And according to the Big Ear system, the digits 1 through 9 were used to indicate volumes from 1 to 10. If a signal was even stronger, letters were used starting with A for volumes 10 to 11. Q corresponds to a signal strength of 26 to 27, and U to signals ranging from 30 to 31. The strongest amplitude a radio signal could reach was 35. That is, the signal under consideration started from intensity 6 to 7, number 6, went up to 14 to 15, letter E, continued even higher with intensities 26 to 27, Q, and 30 to 31, U, before descending to 19 to 20, J, and switched off at intensities 5 to 6, number 5. The frequency of the signal was also unique and stuck approximately at 1.42 gigahertz. For all these reasons, and for someone else, volunteer Jerry Ehman circled the badge and wrote 3 letters and a punctuation mark next to it, WOW. After everything agreed with his assessment, since then the mark became known by this name, WOW, the WOW signal. Many explanations have been proposed for the mark, but most of them have been rejected. 1. Natural radio wave emission? No. This possibility was ruled out, as physical broadcasts create a static that appears on other frequencies, while WOW was not associated with any static and was transmitted with only one frequency. 2. A system error? Unlikely, since the curve of the signal in question is imprinted on the paper, agrees with all the other signals detected by the Big Ear. As the antenna approached the signal, it began to record moderate volume. As it approached, as the Earth rotated, the volume increased, and then it moved away, the volume went out. The above also supports the claim that the signal came from a single point in the sky. 3. Artificial satellite? Two arguments have disproved this theory. First, no human radio broadcasts at 1420 megahertz due to the ban in place before WOW. Second, even if there was a satellite that ignored the ban, it would have to be positioned in the right place and move perfectly in line with a big ear in order to falsify the signal. Experts agree that it was impossible. 4. Message from aliens. The theory that fascinates most. It's the largest based on the fact that the frequency of the WOW signal, 1.42 gigahertz, is very close to the hydrogen line. That's the frequency at which hydrogen resonates. Combined with the fact that hydrogen is the most common element in the universe, many argue that if there were extraterrestrial life, it would choose to attempt to contact us. Another argument of the proponents of the theory is that there are no natural sources of radio waves near the site of the WOW signal. Encouraged by the WOW signal, in the years following its discovery, scientists continue to observe that part of the sky, but despite dozens of attempts, they have not been able to locate other signals with the same origin. Some people use the above as an argument to say that they were probably not aliens behind the WOW signal, arguing that the intelligent life form would send a continuous or repetitive signal. But alien hunters are still hoping. After all, when we send a similar signal, we did it for only one time. We sent it once and only one time. And because hope dies last, first, frequencies between 1400 and 1427 megahertz remain banned, so if it ever emits anything on the hydrogen line, we know it's out there. Secondly, 35 years after the discovery of the WOW signal, we sent our own response, sending a signal consisting of more than 10,000 tweets, as well as videos in the direction from which we received this strange WOW signal. So who knows, maybe in a few 10,000s of years, when the signal has reached its destination, if there is a recipient and if there are people until then, our ancestors, they will receive an answer. Hello, you were late, but we were waiting for you. And I've translated this for you from a Greek article. Please leave your comments. Thank you for your support. Finally, support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.